埼玉県川口市出身山響部屋西方大和岐阜県関市出身出羽海部屋足取りで大和の勝ち。
Let me turn up the sound a little bit. It's kind of quiet today. Cat, what do you want? Damn it. So this guy is Omori, the one that I was talking about. The one on the left. So he just started. This is his first basho, and he's already 2-0. He's also kind of a hunk too. There you go. Nice. Ah, oh, good. Good. 3-0 on his first basho. Nice. Yes, I very much like him. That's definitely a name I want to keep an eye on.
寄り切って豪ノ勝の勝ち。
Ooh, nice. Oh, got him right over it. The guy who does this channel, he calls him Omori the Hunk.
押し出して家島の勝ち。富士市出身藤島部屋。
Oh! He used his force against him. 引き落として藤野山の勝ち。Makushita.
手をついて。
There you go. Little Magikarp. Gusho. Pretty similar records. Well, actually, Iono Yumi is better. Hey, Mom. How's it going? We decided to start today with watching sumo. We're at 7:15 right now. I want to show you the guy who I've been cheering for, which is actually this guy. So this is Omori, and I want to show you his bout, and then jump back up to the 7-minute mark. So as I mentioned before, this guy, this is his first ever basho. He is not record anywhere, as you can see on the bottom right there. He's 2-0. So he's doing really, really good for his basho. I really like that he is, he's actually my weight now. He's 265, which is on the very low end of what you would allow a sumo to be. So he's just a muscly, tall dude. Almost had him. There you go. So he's 3-0 on his first ever basho, which is impressive. I agree. It'd be fun to see him advance. Look at all the cracks on the doyo, and it's only day 5.
小手投げで清の海の勝ち。
落とす
Takahara is also someone to keep an eye out for because this is his 5th Basho, and he's won every single one of them. Or he's got a positive record on all of them, almost winning them 7-0, but he's 6-1. So he's another person to see.
あっ、強い残った残った残った残った残った
Oh God.
残った残った残った残った残った残った残った残った残った
Come on. Come on. Come on.
残った残った残った残った残った残った残った残った残った
Ah.
寄り倒して大山田の勝ち。
落とす 手をついて
Second ever Bacho for Fudoyaho, and Miyano Fuji has been going for a while, at least a year. And these are relatively young dudes. They're like 20 and 22, so really interesting seeing.
残った残った残った残った残った残った残った残った残った残った残った残った残った残った
寄り倒して不動砲の勝ち。
Very similar records. Asagyo Kisei. Fucking butchering that.
ガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガットルガッ
That makes me feel a little self-conscious, Mom, because I'm the same weight as some of these sumos. Although I do have to point out, I lost 10 pounds since my first doctor weigh-in a couple months back. But, you know, there are some 300 and I've seen a few 400-pound sumos out there. But it's cool seeing the, you know, the high 200s, low 300s being out on those, you know, those medium to high 300s and 400s. What was that? I think he lost some finger cuffs.
寄り切って古知星流の勝ち。
Let's say that again really quick. So right over in the bottom right corner. Yeah, he lost some finger cuffs. Ooh, I heard him hitting the ground too. Ooh.
地清流
寄り切ってこち清流の勝ち。
いやーいし日頃のでまだまだ
Mmm. Zawaru. Ugh. It's a little bit better of a record. But he did just false start, so... There we go. Got him into the armpits. He's much taller than he is. That's the Muwashi. And the left, right outside grip. And a left inside grip. Oh shit, who's gonna fall? Oh! Yeah, so, no. It's about rank. It's not about size or anything like that. Ooh, he got fucking mud in his eye. It's not about rank. It's just about rank. It's not about weight or size or anything like that. And it's interesting to see that because in the higher ranks, or even in this rank, Tatsubayama is also another one to keep looking out for because he's a very strong record. But it's it's also really interesting to see that weight isn't everything. You know, it's the size, it does not necessarily always matter, although it is a big part. And that really, Mom and Apris, that's the main reason. This is the main thing that annoys me, I think, about sumo, is the fact that they don't allow women. And we were talking about it the other day. You know, it's old Shinto stuff where you can't... Anything who bleeds is not pure, so they can't enter a ring and all that stupid shit. You know, religious bullshit. But, you know, I think it's quite the double standard that, you know, you go over here and you see these Rikishi ripping each other apart. You know, they get blood, they bleed, but they're somehow not unholy or unclean anymore. So really, it's literally just about they're women, so we don't allow them. Apris and I were watching a video about the dark side of sumo, and they were saying that when they do like regional, ooh, they both face on the ground. Wait, yeah, I was gonna say that's a Mono-ii. When they do the citywide ones, the female mayor couldn't even stand in the dojo and speak. She had to stand on the platform on the side. That's in the oh, yep. It's because he did hand first.
ただいまの競技について説明いたします。行司軍配は東方力士に挙げましたが、同体ではないかと思いがつき。
Ah, one frame. One
東方
frame.
力士の体が残っており、行司軍配通り東方力士の勝ちといたします。
Oh, I guess not. But the female mayor couldn't even speak in the dojo when they have male mayors speak in the dojo, which I think that's a disgusting double standard. Also, the other things about that video, you know, the National Sumo Federation for Japan has a lot of political power, So they don't allow a lot of the stuff that happens in sumo to get out. Mostly like abuse, beating, starvation, torturing, stuff like that. They were talking about a death-related or a sumo-related death that happened, where basically they were training, and the coach or whatever, accidentally or purposely or whatever, beat a junior rikishi to death. Quote unquote disciplining him. Well, it took the courage of a couple of doctors and some lawyers to actually get the ruling of accidental death to manslaughter, and to get the coach jailed for it. So there's definitely not so much good things when it comes to sumo. So, it kind of happens that way when you basically train these people from, they're 9 years old or whatever. You put them in an environment away from their parents, away from their caregivers and guardians, and then, there's this super high pressure to perform from inside the stable, from the coach, from your fellow rikishis, and from the outside world. That's going to just breed just abuse. And that, Mom, is going to be my next point. I don't think any sport is bereft of any sort of scandals. And I can't really call out sumo too much about it, because baseball has their scandals, football, basketball, pickleball, soccer, everything has their scandals in some way, shape, or form. But still, I kind of wish they didn't, and I kind of wish that they would let women into the ring. But considering how traditional Japan is, traditional Shintoism is, and traditional that sumo is, that's just never going to happen. Now, women can be sumo. They can't dress like this. No, they have to have a full bodysuit, which I approve of. I mean, it's cool to do that, and I wish, these rikishi would do that too. But they're not allowed. They are only allowed to participate at the amateur level. So, you see some amateur tournaments, and you see high schools and middle schools. They have, like, female sumo teams. But there's no hope for them to get any higher than that. In that same video that we watched, Mom, there was a situation. He just kind of gave up. There's the same situation, or there's a situation where a male mayor was speaking in the ring, and he started having a heart attack. So a couple of female nurses from the audience came up to give him first aid. Well, I'll talk about that in a second. They came up there to give him first aid, and the Sumo Federation got really pissed off that they did that, because women aren't allowed in the ring. But I would consider that, considering more dire situations, they would just re-sanctify the ring or whatever. I don't really care or know what they do for it, but it just seems really stupid to be that way. And yes, Mom, so there are some international level women's sumo, but they're not sponsored by the Sumo Federation in Japan, nor they are approved by them, which they don't recognize their titles, they don't recognize any of it because they're women. but I have seen, I personally, I did watch some videos on the International Women's Sumo. And it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to watch those. When we were between last Basho and this one. So, you know, it's there, and there's ways for women to have outlets for it, but not in Japan, where sumo is the national sport, which is stupid, in my opinion. But then again, I'm not Shinto. But I also think that any religious reasons to stop people from doing something is absolute horseshit. It's just made up. And there's no reason to do it beyond just whoever's in the in crowd wants to keep power. And I feel very much strongly that that's the case here. They just want to keep men in power. Now, to be fair, it's not the first, it won't be the last. I still like this, though. I still like watching this. And I don't mind watching women's sumo either. So it's not going to stop me from it because, you know, every single fucking sport has their own bullshit that they deal with. But I would have to say sumo probably right now is my favorite sport. Despite the fact that it does have its problems. I do like the skill involved. I do like the show displays of force. I do like the different techniques. I just wish that... I know pretty much all sports separate men and women, and I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. I just wish that women would be internationally or nationally recognized in Japan to be sumo. And they can have their own women's sumo league. I'm cool with that. Whatever. But the fact that women can't sumo at all in Japan, at least at a non-amateur level, is the issue that I have. I'm not saying put all the women and men together and, you know, basho it out. But there needs to be a women's league in Japan. And then I'd watch the shit out of it. That way people kind of equate it to like women's sports, where, you know, people watch women's sports, but they don't have the same following as men's sports do. And again, cool, whatever. You know, you watch whatever you want to watch, but at least it's there. Nice. Oh, good counter, good counter.
叩き込んで無動フォーム勝ち。ただいまより終了。
Kenji Daikosho. You know, it's not really a good thing, but I've come to find after the 38 years that I've been alive, or however old I am right now, 37, I don't know. How old am I? I'm 38 this year? I don't know. You have to accept some sort of evils in this world to enjoy literally anything. Because nothing is pure, nothing is sacred, everything has something going on. I think I like seeing the man boobies. At least women aren't the only ones who have to suffer them. There is an Ozeki in the Major League. His name is Koto Shoho. And that dude has like 4 titties. His man titties are so big that they recurse onto themselves and they spawn another set of titties. So if you ever check out the Major League, then you see Koto Shoho and Koto Sakura. Koto Sakura. He's an Ozeki. And he has some impressive man titties. Like, oh my god, even I'm a little impressed by them. Koto Sakura is his name. I got his name wrong a couple times. That was a hard hit. I'm not even like mad or trying to body shame or anything like that. They are honestly very impressive. And he's also the heaviest Rikishi that I've seen so far. He's 432 pounds. So yes. Yeah. Ooh, good defense. Good bit of defense. Shinam Nomuri is 0-3, so he is not doing very good. Oh, he hurt his hand. Not going to be doing a lot of pushing thrusting. That's actually going to hurt him a lot because he won't be able to grab the Mawashi easy either with that kind of wrapped up hand. Take Kento. Sakakento. Yeah, his left arm is going to be not the best. So it's not stopping him from pushing, though. Although it didn't help him in the end. Rashi Fuji. Rashi Fuji.
Rashi Fuji.
ただいまの決まり手は押し出し。押し出して嵐富士の勝ち。
Nope, that's it for today. So my Omori right here, he is the lowest rank to be 0-3, which is lovely. He needs to win his next 4 matches. If he wins one more, then he'll have a positive net record for this one, and he'll be able to be promoted easily for it. But if he keeps winning all of them, then he's going to jump up even higher. All the way up to... all the way up to Tenji. Excuse me. Tenji, who's Matsushita 6. So he's keeping up with some pretty high levels up there. When Mawashi falls off, you automatically lose. In the March tournament, they actually stopped a match. Oh, they're already going to get promoted to Injurio. Anyways, they had to stop a match because one of the Mawashi was falling off. So they had the Yoji re-tighten his Mawashi. So that was the closest I've ever seen to a Mawashi falling off. So, I like it. Despite its faults, despite its issues, I like it. You guys notice the camera quality is a lot better. You can see my balding right here even better. Just doing a bit of sumo reading. Sounds good, Mom. Like I said, you should watch the Juyos and the I don't remember the name of it. The Major League. Oh, the Megashira. The Megashira. Megashira. To watch like the higher end one. But anyways, you can see I have a little bit better video quality, and I didn't change anything besides putting my light that was back there back here. So now the light is shadowing this way instead of this way. So now you can see everything much better. Okay, what are we doing today? So we got this bag here of dice that we just got. And this is actually the first time I received an order for this order that everything was here for. So that's nice. I also pulled out the wedding dice that I made. I pulled that out for the one that we made yesterday, and it came out almost perfect. Almost perfect. It came out almost perfect. So, I'm happy with how that was going. So I'm gonna make another one today with a different technique than what I did for the last one, and then I'm gonna bring those both to Fanime. Bring them both to Fanime so that I can show the person, these are the examples I got, which one do you want? And then if you like it, I'll start mass producing them and I can be done. You know, I would hope I would be able to be done within a month, because I'm only making 50 of them. Fan Expo is next weekend, so not this one coming up, but the weekend after that. So for Fanime, I'm leaving Thursday to load in. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Monday is load out. Then you're not going to see me until very much later. Almost 2 weeks, I would say. Because as soon as I come back on the 25th, I have to repack up, and then I have to start driving to Denver, because I have to be there by Wednesday. Because Denver is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I have 1.5 days to get to Denver after Fan Expo. That's gonna be fun. But from Thursday of next week, so the 21st, all the way till probably Wednesday of the 3rd. No, Denver moved. Yeah, May 28th and 31st. I know. I was pissed off when they did it. Not you. Yeah, May 28th and 31st. 28th and 31st. So I have to leave. I have a day and a half to make it to about 2 days to make it to Denver. That's why I was saying that this weekend, or the end of this month was going to be rough. I'm not buying all this dice just for Fan Expo. I mean, I am, but I'm buying for 2 shows that net me $15,000-$16,000 each. So I'm trying to supply up for a lot of shows. And then after that, I have a month until Fan Expo. I'm not sorry. VidCon or Fan Expo Anaheim now, or whatever the fuck they're calling it. Pisses me off. But yeah, shit's going down. I have every confidence that I can make it to Denver in time. I have every hope. I have every confidence that I can. So I won't have any problem with that. My goal, though, is when I leave San Jose, my goal is to make it to hopefully Salt Lake City by the time I have to go to sleep. So that's like about a 10-hour drive. And then the next half is 8.5. So. Because I know I'm going to be pretty tired after Fan Expo. But, yeah, I'm going to be pretty tired after Fan Expo. But, I'll be able to do that. Yeah, but even stopping in a rest area in Utah or something like that would be fine by me. September 11th to the 13th. I would probably start hearing back from them in either earliest July, latest in August. So they still got a couple of months left. Oh, this. Look at this guy. You know, I didn't think I was going to like the plain color filaments, but I'm actually doing it. I know, Mom, but I will let you know as soon as I know. But I printed out some white ones that came out spectacular. I printed out this guy that came out spectacular as well. So I was very happy with this guy. I'm also printing something special out in the printer right now with this purple, which I should probably check on to see if it's actually doing fine. I don't think we'll be able to see those today. Really cool. So we ended up finding this guy again, which is great. Look at my inventory really quick. Add another spiral tower to one. Ooh, printing on a dice tray, and that would be nice. Put on a couple of tails, another tower, I think. Oh yes, cool. So, with this, I finally broke back into $50,000 in inventory. Which is good, because that's kind of where I want to be with my inventory. What was I going to say? Oh, I got an order canceled on me, which makes me sad. But it's probably for the best. So this one right here, I lost 10 sets of glass sets because they had to refund the order because they weren't able to fulfill the order, which is sad because I like this set, but honestly, it's probably better that I get that money back. Oh shit, I got 15 sets of them refunded to me. Well, that sucks. So I think that means that all the glass dice I have right now then is all I'm getting. Yeah, I only have 17 glass sets. Well, that sucks. That is not good. I'm not gonna buy them. I'm not gonna buy any glass dice sets, but god damn it. Some really nicely priced. Oh well. I'll just have to deal. Probably best if I don't. Yeah, I love the purple. I've actually bought this set before and these sets before. And they sell out very, very well. These are the ones I bought before. Probably best if I don't. It's okay. We received all the glass dice we're gonna get. It'll be fine. I'll buy them for the next show, because I'll have a month between shows, so I'll be able to pay a whole bunch of stuff out, pay a whole bunch of stuff off, and then I'll be able to buy into the pre-order, because there'll be plenty enough time for it to show up. Now. Hitting everything, making it rain so I know if everything is arrived now. For it. All showed up in that. More Temu. No, I put those. Oh, yes. See? Enough for me. Cool. So now what I'm going to do is switch over to here. Start filling this bitch. Yeah, because he's a piece of shit. Hey, you know, if there's anything that he is a master manipulator. I would have to say that. Able to weasel his own out of everything everybody has. let him back in. Like fucking getting rid of cockroaches and then inviting them right back in. Right. And that's good. You seriously, fuck that guy. There. You anymore. All right. There's a point I think I'd leave first. Yeah. I don't blame you, Mom. Yeah, we've done it before, but that's not the best way of doing it. I absolutely disagree. I absolutely disagree with that. Say that to the homeless in California. A lot of them are richer than some of the people in other states. It's just the nature of rent now. I did start my 11 a.m. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. I did start my 11 a.m., 3 p.m., 7 p.m. feeding times today. Did 2 days of it, of the 2, 6, 10, and it's working. Okay. Sounds good. Fuck. Ugh. That way you can still go to shows. Oh, that's Feed the Kitty time. Same here, same here. Man, at this rate, I won't have enough room in here. A lot of metal dice. Actually, that's going to be true because I still have like 40 more sets of dice that are coming through. Entry meal. Yeah, I had the rest of it for lunch today. It was very good. That white, yeah. Yeah. So look at that. A whole other fucking full case of dice. Yeah, we don't make our curry hot. That is the quickest way to not get something eaten. Take my shoes off real quick. Kind of stereotypical white, yeah. Soy sauce. We actually bought a special soy sauce last time we went to KP Market. And we used it for our udon and stuff, and oh, this did show up. It's very nice. Okay. But that didn't even show that it was showing up. Standard. Let's go to... Alright. Whatever. Well, Kiko Man is good, but it's standard. We're talking about like special brew soy sauce, like a little bit more on the expensive side soy sauce. That's what I'm talking about. Not just like we just did a different brand of soy sauce. Like small batch soy sauce. There you go. Yeah. This is the soy sauce that we got. It's actually very good. Kikkoman looks... Kikkoman, I think, is good when you're not directly eating it. You're not directly, like, putting it into your body. So if you use it to, like, marinate things or you do stuff like that, then Kikkoman is just fine. But if you want something that kind of elevates... If you want something that you're directly eating, that you want to elevate, like your food, then this was a good one. Well, then I would suggest that one for adding to broths. Like I said, nothing wrong with Kikkoman. It's you know, popular for a reason, but if you want just that little bit better, a little bit different flavor, that one was a good one. Alright, we got 3 full fucking trays of dice. Metal dice. What the heck? It's okay. Three full metal sets. I'm gonna need these guys. We'll take these apart though. Grilled teriyaki steak like grandfather did. That's okay, Mom, because it doesn't matter how good it is, it didn't deserve to be passed down anyways. At least not from that guy. We're at 38 trillion, right? Or did we just pass into 40 trillion? Yeah. Fucking 84 cents. Or 68 cents. Gotta keep those down. Yeah. Well, zillions isn't a number, Mom. The next is quintillion, but we're very far away from that one. It's just... The key to all of this is taxing the rich. The key to all this is taxing the rich, and we just don't want to do it. We're just not going to do it. I was actually reading an article, Mom, the other day about recession indicators, and Costco has one. Because when demand for beef goes down and demand for pork, chicken, turkey go up, that means that recession is starting to form. Because beef is just way more expensive than any other protein, so people tend to not want to buy it as much, when money starts getting tight. And they went on even further that when demand for those foods starts falling and then canned food starts rising, like canned chicken, canned tuna, things like that, that's when you know that the recession is really bad. Because people... Male of interest were millionaires first, then they went to billionaires next. Then it'll be Musk, the first fucking trillionaire. The fuck doesn't deserve any of it either. But anyways, so a recession indicator for Costco is the types of meats that people buy. And if they start moving into canned stuff, then you know it's really bad. But nobody does. Anybody who does is trying to suck his dick, or trying to get him to suck his dick, or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what the dynamic is right now. Because the internet fucking meme guy changes every fucking day. But no, fuck that guy. None of it matters. Guy got caught manipulating the stock market not once, not twice, 3 times, and 4 times. Nothing ever happened to him. Fuck that guy. What was I going to look up? I was going to look something up. Oh. Yes, $7 a pound for hamburger? Fuck that. Why? Fucking why? I blame gas prices. The highest gas prices of the nation are in California. The average being $6.15 for gas prices, which is fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy. The average. The lowest being Mississippi at just under $4 a gallon right now for average. This sucks. Why does it suck? Because I have to drive to fucking Denver Ugh. In a couple of weeks. The average gas price is $4.53. And actually, I can look up something really quick. Look up. But wages haven't gone up 106%. Tell you that. Come on. When I first drove out to Denver last year, did I get rid of the worksheet? Let's do the math. Let's go to maps, because I think I got rid of the worksheet. Yeah, Costco is, yeah. Woo! Okay, so let's do the math on this sheet. So, Sacramento. Denver. Come on, really? 2 directions, please. Sacramento to Denver is about 1,220 miles. On the beef prices, we almost never buy beef, but when I do, sometimes I get the food pantry for free. That's where I got the roast. Could probably grind it if I wasn't lazy. That's true. We would be driving. We're not walking. It's funny, it's actually shorter to walk than it is to drive. Anyways, let's do 1166. So this is going to equal 1166 times 2, which is 2,332 miles. It is less fat and less cheaper. So just better to do that. And then we're going to divide it by my gas mileage, which is around 20. So this is going to equal this divided by 20. Wait, what's my gas mileage again? Let's do 25. They're going to take me 93 gallons to get there and back, times this by the national average, which is 454, equals this times 4. So for gas, I am estimated to spend $420 $24, whatever. In gas, just by itself. Last year, I spent $311 on gas. So I'm spending $112, $113 more in gas last year, or this year, than I did last year. Just for no fucking reason at all, other than Trump wants his goddamn war. Yeah. That pisses me off so much. I'm going to be driving through here and then up and then down. Denver's around this area here. Let's go. I believe you, Mom. So in Sacramento, current average is $6.09. That's fucking stupid. Food prices are we're in this area, right? Yeah, Sacramento. Yeah. And you know what the fucked up part is, Mom? Next year we'll say the same thing. It'll be even higher. It never ends. I watched a video about inflation the other day, and they were saying the average inflation from the U.S., Europe, China, Japan, blah 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 blah, and where we went up over the course of like 40 years or something like that, 160% more expensive or whatever. And then they bitch at poor people not making better choices in what they buy because the good stuff is more expensive. But the most notable part of this inflation thing was Japan. Japan, over the course of the last 40 years, has a 2% inflation rate. Not per year, over that last 40 years. So they have stagnated at 2% from 2020 to 1980. They were literally like that. Where the US was like this over in inflation. So I was like, is really truly living in a inflation resistant economy that bad? Granted, yeah, you know, the yen isn't doing very good against the dollar, but like I would love to live in a society where everything costs about the same as it did 40 years ago. watched someone about limited foods that people can't buy with their food stamps. But the issue is that they threw things on there like yogurt covered raisins. You'd have to watch a whole entire video about Japan's economy, because it has been the only economy in the world who hasn't like grown in the last 40 years. And that's what inflation really means, is the economy hasn't grown. But that's fine, because then everything still costs the same thing 40 years ago. Right. See, the people who put together the food stamp stuff, the conservatives, the Republicans who keep putting these goddamn stupid fuck restrictions on them, is ruining everything. Because they can't seem to conceive that poor people don't deserve just to eat gruel. Fucking stupid. I get not buying like cigarettes and alcohol and things like that. That's fine. That's cool. You know, you shouldn't be using your food stamps on that anyways. But, you know, basically everything else should be fine. So they should just be able to buy whatever the fuck they want and not have to, they don't deserve luxury like good nutrition, Mom. We've already pointed that out. The poor don't deserve any of that. Apparently, according to conservatives. It's fucking stupid. Yeah, food fascism is the best way to describe that. I should never have the government in what I am buying on the daily. Like, my foods, my needs, my desires, whatever I want to spend my fucking money on, I'm going to spend my goddamn money on. Just because, you know, it's given to you doesn't mean that you have a right to say what gets purchased with it, at least within reason. If it's food, it's fucking food. It doesn't matter if it's soda or water or vegetables or meat or candy. It's, most people are using this shit normally. Like, they would buy normal stuff. It's literally just about punishing poor people. It's about oppression. It's keeping power. That's all it is. If you want to buy soda with your food stamps, do it. And I would hope that you would make your best decisions to buy what is good for you and your family. And that's what it is. You shouldn't have a say on what I buy or don't buy. Again, within reason, because again, I agree, you shouldn't be buying cigarettes or alcohol with food stamps. But that would be the only restriction I would ever place on it. Exactly. You know, these people are already suffering enough, but here, let's make them suffer more for the express reason because they're fucking poor. Like, that's it. That's all it is. It's stupid. It's literally just about control. It's literally about... It's not even... Putting limits on that stuff doesn't even... Why? Why even put limits on it? Again, within reason. Within reason. I don't know. At that same time, though, there is nothing wrong with soda in moderation. You know, if you're spending all of your food stamps on soda, you know, that's the choice you can make, but, you know, that's not good for you. But again, there is no such thing as welfare fraud. And people want to sit there and think that that everybody on it is abusing the system, and there is no such thing. There is such a tiny little bit of fraud when it comes to welfare that it's not even worth trying to weed out like this. So all it is about food fascism, controlling what they can buy and what they can't, because you can. There's nothing wrong with having soda within moderation. I think the absolute mass, 99.9% of the people who are on food stamps are not buying their whole food stamps in soda. So why? So stop having them feel shame for it. Me either. That's actually a good point, Napris. You know, why hasn't Coke and Pepsi lobbied the government to allow it to be bought with food stamps so they can increase their sales? We know how predatory, disgusting Coke and Pepsi are, so why aren't they using that predatory disgustingness for something good for once? Well, but then again, if a company like Pepsi or Coke shut down, I don't think the world would suffer. Because there would just be a million more sodas that fall into place. I'm not buying a prebiotic soda. Get the fuck out of here. Soda and prebiotic don't belong in the fucking same sentence. And that's still $5 a 2 liter. That's still very expensive. Heavy party times of the year, yeah. Costco. We get our sodas at Costco a lot. Because that we can get for 12 packs. Well, still. 12 packs ain't bad. $5 for a 12 pack. I just assumed 2 liter. Yeah, with Costco we can get 32 packs of soda. And they come out to like $1.50 a can or something like that. And we don't go through it too often like we want to, but we usually just drink it for dinner. And yeah, this flat that we have right now, it's almost out of the Sprite Zero, which is by far my favorite soda at the moment, Sprite Zero. And it has lasted us for more than a month at this point now. So it's really cool seeing that. Today Thursday, right? Yeah, today's Thursday. Ew. We had a friend of ours, Albert. He bought a prebiotic coffee one time, and he had to. Well, let me rephrase that. He bought kombucha for the first time, and he's like, "Oh, you know, it'd probably be good or whatever." He tried it, and he had to force himself to drink it because, kombucha is so fucking disgusting. You're just buying rotten tea. I don't even care. I don't care. It is rotten tea. Ugh. Gross. Rotten tea. Water. I drink the most water. I don't drink a lot of tea, although I kind of wish I did. Coffee. I don't drink coffee. I don't want coffee. And sometimes soda. But I'll only have soda for like dinner or a meal. And I'll only have it if it's diet. Like zero sugar or diet or something like that. So we'll never have a sugar soda. Sugar soda is fucking disgusting. I can't stand sugar soda anymore. It's been so long since I've like consumed sugar soda that I just can't do it anymore. Probiotic gummies, that's different. Because it's suspended in something and you're not going to... It's drowned out by the sugar or whatever flavor is inside of it. But the soda is you have to drink that. And it is... That's why you went to the green tea, right, Mom? I wish I could get more into tea, but I know, that I can't. I tried to. The last time I drank tea was actually at Sac Anime. I drank one of the last Ito-Ens because it was sugar-free and it had caffeine in it. And I sold out of all of the monsters on Saturday. So I was not able to have a monster for Sunday. So I drank the tea instead and it was worth it. Anyways, the reason why I bring up why is today Thursday is because I'm done work today, pretty much. All I have to do now is go out to the forge and make a single die, which would take like 5 minutes to do it. I don't want to set up out there to do it. So what I'll do instead is I'm going to go out there and I'm going to put together a singular die. It's going to take me 5 minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to leave this up and I'm going to put on just some sumo or whatever. Let's do my gut bad. Yeah, well, it's probably the sugar-free ingredient for it. Gold Peak, yep. I'm just gonna turn on day one of sumo, of the majors actually, since we already watched it. Actually, why don't we? If we're gonna do that, we're gonna do NHK. So I'm gonna do this, guys, really quick. You guys watch this for a little while. I'm gonna run to the garage really quick.
Hello and thank you for joining us on Grand Sumo.
And
It's
I'll be back.
day of the May tournament at the
It's gonna take me like 5 minutes to do it.
The talk of town is the man returning to Ozeki for the first time in 2 years. Over here, Kirishima. The technician from Mongolia clinched his third championship in March, and he strives to go back-to-back and pave the way for his Yokozuna bid in July. We have some unfortunate news. Yokozuna Onosato is out of action from opening day to recover from a left rotator cuff injury. Doctors say he'll need about a month of recuperation. And Ozeki Aonishiki is sitting out as well after twisting his left ankle during practice. Doctors say he'll need about 3 weeks to recover. Now he's in Kadoban status after marking his first makekoshi of his career in March, so he'll face demotion to Sekiwake if he does not step into the dohyo. All right, a packed crowd in the Kokuikan. Let's begin the action here in Makunochi. We begin with Fuji Ryoga, 7 wins, 8 losses in the previous contest, clashing with veteran Ryuden, who's competing back in the top Makunochi division after a 9-6 record down in the Juryo division. Fuji Ryoga luckily maintained his Makunochi status at the same rank as March, and Ryuden is fighting back in the top tier since January. In nice and low, extension by Fuji Ryoga. Fuji Ryoga gets that right hand outside grip. He wants to make good use of it, despite being a typical pusher-thruster. He slides his left hand in, Ryuden circling around and staying in contention, dead center now. Fuji Ryoga doesn't give up. He keeps that left hand in deep, takes back the veteran, and wins by Yorikiri, frontal force out. Fuji Ryoga doesn't go for the separation and sticks to Ryuden and finishes him off. Fuji Ryoga goes to 1-0. Here's about we're focusing on in the first half. It's Wakanosho, 11-4 down in the Juryo division in March. He's the sole newcomer to the top tier. His opponent is Oshoumi, 5-10 in Makunochi in March. Wakanosho, good hit by the rookie. Nice tsuppari maneuvers, and look at Oshoumi. He has no answer whatsoever. Wakanosho. Not nervous at all in his Makunochi debut. He takes control of the match and wins in style. Looking at the replay, nice touch-eye initial charge. He continues the attack from start to finish. It's all Wakanosho. From a different angle, good conking of the head. Wakanosho pushes and thrusts away, wins by tsukidashi frontal thrust out. He started with spectacular sumo. Yes, I was able to focus. How did it feel fighting in the top division? What's different from Juryo? And I can hear the spectators so loud. And I was really happy. It gave me power. What is your ambition for this tournament? Well, I want to make sure I do my brand of sumo for the full 15 days. We now move to Tobizaru 6-9 in March, fighting Roga 5-10. Their rivalry is split right down the middle, 3-3. Tobizaru aims to secure more wins than losses this basho for the first time in 4 contests. And Roga seeks to snatch his first kachikoshi in half a year. A soft touch-eye by Tobizaru. Roga wants to catch him, but Tobizaru says no way. Tobizaru gets that right hand inside position and just outlasts Roga using his speed. Tobizaru attains victory number 1, winning by Oshidashi frontal pushout. Next up, it's Mitakeumi 8-7 versus Tamawashi 5-10 in March. It's a battle of veteran pushers here. Former Ozeki Mitakeumi holds an overwhelming 29-9 majority over Ironman Tamawashi. Mitakeumi trying to stop Tamawashi. Tamawashi using that forearm attack from the left, making sure that Tamawashi, he can prevent Mitakeumi from getting an inside position. Mitakeumi now moves forward, and as soon as Tamawashi uses that pulling maneuver, Mitakeumi hits the gas and wins by Oshidashi. Mitakeumi prevails and moves to 1-0. It's Koto Eiho 9-6 fighting Toki Hayate 5-10 last tournament. Toki Hayate triumphed in their first meeting last July by hurling his foe by Suinage belt. Koto Eiho delivered his first top division Kachikoshi in March after making his return for the first time since July last year. Inside is Toki Hayate, left-handed movement. Koto Eiho in blue trying to get something done, but doing a good job of staying in contention. Toki Hayate goes in for the kill, but look at Koto Eiho showing superb ring sense by moving around the dohyo from start to finish. Koto Eiho hits that Uwatenage overarm throw and dispatches Toki Hayate. Koto Eiho kicks off the tournament on a positive note and shows some perseverance. Toki Hayate tries to snuggle inside. Koto Eiho in trouble, but he stays in contention there. Left hand inside for both men. Toki Hayate can't get that outside grip. Struggling there is Toki Hayate. Koto Eiho is taken to the edge, but is able to use that left hand outside grip to strike with that Uwatenage. We have Shishi 6-9 fighting Kinbozan 9-6 in March. These giant pushers born in 1997 are battling out for the third time in the top tier. Shishi beat Kinbozan in their very first encounter at the Juro in September 2024. Kinbozan is from Kazakhstan. He takes on his Ukrainian foe, grabs that left hand outside grip. He uses that to lift Shishi for an instant. Shishi staying in contention, but is now pancaked by Kinbozan. Shishi just a little too high at the end, and Kinbozan takes control. It's an Abise Taoshi backward force down victory for this man, Kinbozan. So he delivers with authority on opening day. Now to Ura 5-10 versus Hakuno Fuji 5 wins, 6 losses, and 4 days sideline last tournament. Hakuno Fuji is ahead in their series by a slim 3-2 margin. Ura strives to grab his first Kachikoshi in half a year. Hakuno Fuji is struggling with only 5 victories in back-to-back contests. Lower is the man in pink. Ura uses his great Dayashi. Huge step after the initial clash. And Ura wins by Oshidashi. Hakuno Fuji unable to make Ura budge. So Ura goes to 1-0. Ura, head low. As soon as Hakuno Fuji goes for that pulling attack, Ura just hits the gas and takes him out in an instant. Oshidashi victory for Mr. Popular, Ura. Moving now to Asanoyama 8-7, locking horns with Nishiki Fuji 9-6. Both of them knocked on the doors of Grand Sumo in 2016. In Makuuchi, they share their history 1 apiece. Nishiki Fuji was 1 win shy of a double-digit record last but
Blueberry it is.
nice hit by Nishiki Fuji. Asanoyama keeping that left hand inside deep. He is a Migiyotsu fighter. He likes the right hand inside, but that didn't really matter here. Asanoyama was in a much lower position and was able to get in the driver's seat. Asanoyama produces win number 1 in this Natsu Basho. Good hit by Nishiki Fuji. Asanoyama absorbing that really well and getting that left hand inside position. Asanoyama uses that left hand to win by Yorikiri, frontal force out. It's Abi, 4 wins, 6 losses, and 5 days sidelined in March, fighting Asahaku Ryu 10-5. This is their very first time meeting. Abi has been dealing with lower back pain from the previous tourney. Asahaku Ryu is competing in his personal high rank of Maegashira 8. Double hand attack by Abi. Asahaku Ryu absorbs it really well, takes back Abi. Abi goes for that pulling maneuver, and now goes in for the kill. Abi strikes in retaliation. A come from behind victory by Abi. Abi proves his superiority in the pushing game and wins by Oshidashi frontal pushout. It's Oshoma 6-9 fighting Asako Ryu 9-6. These men entered Makunochi in 2024, but their one and only meeting this January went Asako Ryu's way. Oshoma is hoping to punch out his first Kachikoshi since September. Asako Ryu is fighting at his career high rank of Maegashira 7. In nice and low is the man in red. Asako Ryu thrusting away. Oshoma using his deflecting move and nice shoving technique, but Asako Ryu gets his head low, dives into Oshoma, and Asako Ryu is the victor. Oshidashi. Asako Ryu produces victory number 1 here on Mother's Day. We go to Chiyoshima 10-5 fighting Fujiseun with the same record last tournament. Fujiseun picked up the Fighting Spirit Prize as a Makunochi rookie. Chiyoshima finished March on an impressive 5-bout winning spree. Nice and low is Chiyoshima, the veteran, but look at Fujiseun. Responds right away to the veteran's attacks, and Fujiseun dispatches him by Yorikiri frontal force out. So Fujiseun kicks off the tourney in perfect fashion. Beats Chiyoshima in back-to-back tournaments. It's Shiranomi 4-11 in March versus Shodai 8-7. Shiranomi leads their series by a slight 4-3 margin. He suffered a disastrous record last Basho, fighting in his personal high rank of Maegashira 2. Shodai snapped a 4-bout losing streak in March by grabbing a Kachikoshi on Senshuraku. In low is Shiranomi in purple. Shodai trying to get something done on the Mawashi, but Shiranomi makes sure he keeps that good distance and taps out Shodai. Oshidashi victory for the man from Okinawa Prefecture in southern Japan. Shiranomi moves to 1-0.
ただいまの決まり手は押し出し。
There's some Shiranomi fans in the stands. Good tachi-ai by Shiranomi. Shiranomi can't get his favorite left-hand Maemitsu, but he didn't need it this time, winning there by Oshidashi. Next up, Wakamoto Haru 3-12 fighting Gonoyama 10-5. Wakamoto Haru holds a 6-3 advantage in their past meetings. He seeks to start off on the right foot this Basho after kicking off March on a 7-bout losing streak. Gonoyama put on a spectacular show for his local Osaka fans in March. An amazing tachi-ai by Gonoyama, and Wakamoto Haru can't get any part of his Mawashi. Gonoyama shows that fireball tachi-ai, and Wakamoto Haru has no response. Gonoyama prevents his foe from doing his brand of sumo and kicks out the Natsubasho. Strong. In low is Gonoyama. Great sharp touchy eye. A right hand outside grip for Wakamoto Haru for an instant. But Gonoyama shakes that off right away. And Gonoyama triumphs by Oshidashi. It's Daieisho 7 and 8 versus Oho 7 and 8 as well. These solid pusher thrusters have a tight rivalry, with Oho leading by just the neck 5-4. Daieisho ended January and March 1 win short of a kachikoshi. Oho is eager to produce his first kachikoshi since last September. Conking heads. Nice. Oshizumo by both men. Dead center. Daieisho takes that window of opportunity when Oho pulls. Daieisho quickly dispatches him and scores win number 1 by Oshidashi frontal pushout.
ただいまの決まり手は押し出し。押し出して。
Both start off extremely strong, thrusting away and pounding away at each other. But then, as soon as Oho loses his balance, it's Daieisho. Now here are the Rikishi in the upper echelon along with their results from the March tournament. Hoshoryu was runner-up 11 and 4. Unfortunately, Yokozuna Ono Sato and Ozeki Aonishiki are out due to injury. Kotozakura marked his first double-digit record after a very long time in the March tournament, and Kirishima 12 and 3, the March champ. A fresh pair of Sekiwake as well. So let's go to Waka Takakage, the Komusubi, 8 and 6, one-day sidelined in March, fighting Hiradomi 7 and 8. Waka Takakage is ahead in their rivalry 7-2 after taking both their face-offs in January and March. Look at Waka Takakage hitting and then shifting to the left right away. Out goes Hiradomi. Waka Takakage prevails. He goes to 1-0. Waka Takakage usually hits and initiates with a Otsuke forearm attack from the left. He didn't really need to do that today. Shifting to the left, striking once, and Hiradomi was already off balance. So a Tsuki Otoshi victory. Now it's Yoshinofuji 7 and 8 fighting Koto Shoho, 11 wins, 4 losses, with a fighting spirit prize in March. Newly promoted.
Okay, that took much longer than 5 minutes. It actually took me 18. Oh shit, 20 minutes. Fuck.
His opponent in March by Hatakikomi. Yoshinofuji relegated.
Ah, Senshi Girl's just barking because she's a barker. It's Bob Barker.
Lower is Koto Shoho. Koto Shoho in trouble, but he regroups. Right hand inside for him, and this is a close call.
All right. Oh, I should get my phone really quick. Library. Bwah, bwah. Bwah, 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 bwah. What's going on? We still haven't gone through Marfark, have we yet? Wonder Troopers. Give me 1 second. Enough of that. Let's go see what we gotta do.
The struggle from
Good, I'm glad we don't have that many people in Marfark anymore.
We have no time to waste.
Shui, is that gonna get us there too? Yes. I don't know, man. Wait, what is the resistance on this one? I. We'll do 7s. So everybody is in Lackatail sector. Okay, we'll go with that.
Allied destroyer coordinates.
Let's seize an industrial property.
Orbit synchronized.
Yeah, she barks at everybody.
Helldivers to Hellpods. Repeat. Helldivers to Hellpods. Hellpod launch initiated.
There we go. Give me a little bit better now. Yep. He's barking at someone across the street again.
The fate of all humanity's children are in your hands. Do not let them fall.
Calling down a walker. Calling down a sentry.
Sending down sentry. Found something. Sending in an eagle.
Ooh, super credits. Sounds
Gonna
good.
go.
Tactical asset near your position.
Requesting sentry.
God damn it.
Dropship! Say hello to democracy!
One more mission. Oh, already killed 100 bots. Ooh. Weapon customizations. That's not actually the case. My god. Why can't you keep your Arctic? Yeah, voice. Oop, launch ICBMs.
Mission coordinates locked. Hellpods primed. Engaging orbital thrusters. Orbit synchronized.
What voice? Bo 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 bo. Bo bo.
Go now, Helldivers. Let our enemies take no step that is not hindered by the corpse of their comrade.
I'll let down a walker.
Come on. There we go.
Tagging map, west, on my position. Sub-objective in your vicinity.
My Alan voice. He he gave me a red rocket.
Got a sample.
Bounce up it.
I particularly enjoy Alan.
Tagging map, northeast, 200 meters.
Come on. Or I went to the taco place that's literally just down the street from us and I ordered a burger instead. What?